Hello there. How are you and how have you been? It's always a joy coming your way each and every Friday to bring you this amazing show, Dear Parent. And I must admit, man, these lessons, where every day we do this, I'm just excited because I personally, I am learning. Tulisema tuna learn, tuna unlearn, na tuna relearn. Form ni kulearn, like that's what we're doing over here. And so I just want to thank each and every one of you that has been part and parcel of this show. Thank you so much for always going to YouTube and watching and leaving your comments. We really appreciate that. And for those who haven't, man, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out. And more than that, we also ask you to go back and watch the episodes before. Because wacha nikwambie something. Every episode has something unique. At least for me, I've been picking that. Like every person that comes here has something unique that I pick. And I'm sure even you, if you do that, you'll be learning every day. And one last thing, if you have any recommendation or any thoughts that you would want to share with us, by all means, go ahead and tupa pale kwa comment section. We will definitely go through it and incorporate it as we go on. So asante sana, sana, sana. Now, today is a beautiful day. It is indeed a good day. I am honored today to have an amazing lady join me on set. And we're going to have awesome conversations. So please do not leave that page. I almost say don't touch that dial. But anyway, please don't you dare leave. Kaa hapo paka mwisho till the very last minute and you'll be glad you joined us today. So I just want to allow her introduce herself and then we will flow with this as it comes. My amazing dada. Sasa.
Poa sana.
Oh. Na unakapoa, you look it. Hey.
Thank you so much, my
How
beautiful
are you?
Mlamwa.
Oh.
I'm very well, thank you.
People should know I am a Mlamwa. Tawacha. Mlamwa is shemeji, in-law, sorry.
Thank you so much. Yes.
You're well?
I'm fine, I thank God.
Amina.
Yes.
That's good and good to see you.
Thank you.
Happy second month. Now that's it. We can't do Happy New Year. I feel like doing it still, but
it's a love month. This is a love month.
Okay, sorry. Happy Love Month. Karibu sana kwa Dear Parent.
Asante sana.
It's an honor to host you today.
Thank you.
So tell us, tell these amazing people, who are you? We want to get to know you kidogo.
Thank you so much, Nashami. I'm also happy to be here today. Actually, it's just by God's grace.
Amen.
It's not by our own grace. It's by God's grace.
Amen to that.
Thank you for also thinking of the so many people that we have that I fit to be here on this seat today.
Kabisa.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Windress Apio Andati Riziki. I am married. I am a mother of 4 beautiful and handsome children. I am a travel consultant by profession. And currently I work with Premier Safaris in the capacity of managing director. At the same time, I have a passion in parenting, and I'm really doing a lot of research about parenting. So I think we are in the spirit, and this is the right place for us to be, and for right for you to be as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that your heart beats for parenting.
Thank you.
And you are a parent of 4 amazing children.
Thank you.
And those kids, but they are blessed to call you mom. If I've never told you, they are blessed to call you mom.
Asante sana.
Now, Riziki
is
my favorite name, by the way, of all your names.
Okay.
Apparently, that's my favorite. So, Riziki, tell me about Riziki growing up. Like, tell me about your family and just anything that you would want us to know about your family growing up.
I remember very well. I didn't grow up in a nuclear setup of a family. If I recall, back when I was a young child, I grew into 3 different home setup.
Okay. Would you mind
Yes.
telling us about it, kidogo? 3. Wow.
3.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I remember my journey when I was a small baby at my maternal home, which is Bukura. And then at some point, I found myself living at my paternal home, which is Musanda. And the third home setup was now living with my biological mother in a different home setup.
So initially you grew up in your maternal home, that is at your grandmother's.
Yes,
and then later on you moved to your grandmother's, but on your father's side.
Yes.
And then thirdly, now you grew up with mom, where she was.
I went to my paternal side, stayed there for a few like not more than 2 years, and then came back to my maternal side. Yes, and then continued staying at my maternal side. And then when I was at maternal side, I could visit now my mom during school holidays in her new home. Yeah.
Hold up. How old were you when you are this picky ponky, huku? What age bracket is that we are talking about?
I just remember when I was, I can vividly remember my life from class 3. Standard 3, I remember my father came and literally akatuiba kutoka shule. Me and my elder brother, tukaenda nyumbani. Kwao sasa kwetu, where we were born. And then the following day, my dad literally went with my brother and my stepmom in Nairobi.
And they left you there?
And they left me with my grandmother, simply because my grandmother wanted to be with me. Yeah.
Yo, wow.
So I started living with my grandmother, and of course she took me to school, I don't deny. Then somewhere there in class 5, life was so difficult with my grandmother by then, so I had to find a way to come back to my uncle, my maternal side, because when we were there, life was a little bit easier as opposed to my dad's side. So I just woke up early in the morning. I put on my school uniform. Actually, I put on my home clothes and then I put on my school uniform because I started plotting out how I will
how you will go back to
I will go
side.
back to my uncle's side. So early in the morning, we just woke up with my grandmother. My grandmother used to sell mboga in a local market.
Yeah.
So when she wakes up, she used to go and get the vegetable in large quantity to take them to the market. So in the morning, we'd leave all of us. And because I knew we were leaving all of us, I had to put on the home clothes and then the school uniform.
So that she doesn't sense
she doesn't sense anything wrong. Hata sijui akili nilitoa.
Class 5, you said?
Yeah, that was now in class 5. So we get to a point, she tells me, bye, go to school, see you in the evening. Then like she goes her way. And then I stand there, I wait for her to disappear. Then I start my journey to come.
No. Why am I thinking that you are planning to go to school, then after school you run away? That is how you ran away that morning?
No, that morning I didn't go to school.
Okay, you just removed the uniform?
Yes, I just removed the uniform because it was like almost around 6:30 in the morning, thereabout. And I started walking, literally on foot, to get to my uncle's place.
And it wasn't a small distance?
It was not from Musanda to Bukura. It was
far.
It's very far. It's far.
Yeah,
it's very far. But by God's grace, I managed.
So this is a class 5. Class 5 that we're talking about, 11, 12-year-old.
Exactly.
And you're making decisions for your life. And choosing and saying, this place is not user-friendly. Let me go this other side. Oh, my goodness. That is you before even you are a teenager. And you have to start making decisions.
Because it was like just 2 years. First of all, I felt so bad. Why did my dad left with my brother to go to Nairobi? And then I'm staying with my grandfather. Life is so difficult.
Yet he's the one who came and took you guys from school.
Exactly.
Stole, literally.
Yes, exactly. Why? So I was like, maybe I was thinking my brother and him, they're living a good life. They're having meals 3 times. And literally those, between class 3 and class 5, it was a hell.
Oh dear.
We were just surviving on 1 meal. Hey,
Dope.
it was not easy.
Okay. I can imagine the thoughts in your head. You know, because again, whether we like it or not, sometimes we look at children in terms of gender. So
Yeah.
maybe yourself, you're thinking, oh, it's because I'm a girl. That's why they left me. Dad
Not
left me.
Not really. For me, I was like, just my grandmother wanted to have me around because I was only the grandchild living with her at
Yes.
that particular moment. In fact, I didn't see it like baba yangu amenichukia. Niliona it's just because of the love my grandmother
grandmother's
had.
love that won.
Yes, it's the grandmother's love that won. She just wanted a company of me to be with her and my grandfather in the homestead because we were the only ones living there. Every uncle of mine, every auntie of mine, all of them
all over.
walikuwa wameshaenda. Yeah.
Wow. That must have been, what is the word? You must have had a very eventful childhood. Eventful is the word because, wow.
I did.
But it's good sometimes when we look back at us as young people and what we had to go through, and then we look at us now as parents.
True.
Because you are a parent.
Very true.
How old is your firstborn?
15 years old.
Hey, okay, sorry. Where is he going? Syllabus inakimbia. He's rushing. He was 13 the other day.
He's in grade 9. I usually call them the government specimen for CBC.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we are learning all together.
Yeah. So having a teenager right now, and how old is the second one?
The second one is 10 years.
10.
Yes.
As we go that way. So I want you to help me transition from Riziki, the little girl, and life happening to Riziki, and now Riziki, a parent. Tell me about your parental journey so far.
Hey, it has really been amazing. As we started, you said learning and relearning and doing
and learning.
It has really been a journey. I remember when we got our firstborn, we had not even planned for one. We were not even financially stable. We were living in a single room, And when the baby came,
Tell me about it from a mother's perspective.
No one trains us to be parents, but people just expect us to be perfect parents.
I know, right?
It was not easy. I remember one day I had covered my baby so much, and now he started developing some reactions like heat rash. And nobody had told me about heat rashes that I was covering my body. So I wake up in the morning, I find my baby's body has some rashes. I'm like, God, what is this? And we rushed to the hospital. Now reaching there, it was like, this is normal. You are covering your baby too much.
That's why it's having the rash.
And I'm like, something simple like that. Why can't even hospitals or some people even just train us that when you have a baby, you don't need to cover them so much they might develop. You don't leave them again so open. You just regulate according to the temperatures in the house. And the fact that we were living in a tiny, small room, this was our bedroom, our kitchen. It was like our everything. We were operating from that room. So even preparing meals in that house even made it more hotter. That is why the baby was having the rashes. But along the way, God is gracious and merciful. We grew along the time. So by the time we were getting our second-born child, at least we had moved. We had moved to a one-bedroom house, which was a bit flexible and fairer to him. And I can recall something interesting.
I love such. Bring it on.
We've gotten our kids in different houses.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, our firstborn child, we got our firstborn child when we were living in Pipeline. Yes, in Pipeline. That was in 2010. Then our second child, we got our second child when we were living in a one-bedroom house in Umoja. And then our third born, we got her when we had actually moved to a three-bedroom house still in Tena. Same neighborhoods, but a better house. And then now the last born, we've gotten the last born now living in our own house in Kamakis. So like every child has had a different experience.
Yeah.
I know every child has been raised by different parents. Like we are the same, but
I like that. Just the two of you, but different.
but
Yeah.
the status, the resources available, everything available, not the same. Literally not the same.
Question, when you're saying that, has that, by virtue that different parents in terms of status and all that, has it affected how each of them are turning out, or what would you say about that?
For the younger one, I'm still monitoring. But for the 15-year-old, I was just surprised recently was asking me, hey, mom, hey, I miss our life in Umoja. I'm
Okay.
like, why?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, in Umoja, we were living like a bigger community, so many people, and I could just walk out to go and play with kids in a field behind our house. And now we are not experiencing that here where we are. So I'm like, so which one do you like? And he's like, I think the other one was okay because I had more time to socialize with more people.
Oh, wow.
But again, I was happy he told me, though we were there, but we didn't have the resources that we are having right now. We didn't have our own vehicle. We didn't have a bigger house the way we have. Like, we didn't have even the big TV that we have at the moment. So, and then I started asking, what might have triggered this child to start reconnecting and telling the stories?
He's a 15-year-old.
Yes.
He's a teenager.
True.
And those guys, that it's like discovery time, realization time. Like, by the way, by the way. No, but I like the way he's done the comparison and come to a conclusion himself.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
That's amazing.
I had to tell him, you know what? In life, we never remain stagnant. We are always growing.
Yeah.
Seasons come and seasons go, and we have to grow. By then, we were only having you alone. Then Dylan came. Then Dasha came. So you see, as they keep on coming, we are also striving to make lives better for us and for you as well. Because it's so difficult to have 4 kids and you're still living in a single room or in a 1-bedroom house. So there's always that transition and growth.
True.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know, I say again, I love the way you mother your children.
Thank you.
When I grow up. Someone told me that I made that statement of when I grow up, mtu akaniambia, just grow up. Wacha kutuambia when. Just grow so that you do what you want to do. Okay, so there's a letter here I want us to go through. We won't do the entire letter.
Okay.
We'll just do parts of it.
Okay.
Because I want it to birth some conversation some more. And I know you're there.
Yeah, I've actually read all this book. You see, I have highlighted the lessons, the letters that I've read. I've just highlighted them. I've literally gone through.
Onyesha kwa hii kamera watu wajue wewe ni msomi. Watu wanasoma.
Yeah, literally, yes. So I've gone through the book.
You're a very intentional parent.
Yes, I am.
I like. Oh, and by the way, msishangae tunaongea kuhusu kitabu gani ni hiki hapa. It's called Dear Parent. This is the book we say that is going to be our guide wakati tunafanya hii show. So if you do not have a book, a copy, man, you're missing out. And this book is available. The details are on the screen as we continue with this program. So get your copy.
Thank you.
Anyway, let's turn to our letter. This teenager had a few things to say, but I'll just go through a bit of it.
Okay.
So they say, I understand your fears about us teens going out to make friends and getting lost in the midst of it all. But keeping us indoors is not helping either. If you ask me, you are raising us well, teaching us to choose between wrong and right, and you need to be confident that we will learn from you, and as we go out there, we will be wiser. Do you know that is such a plus statement? Like this child is acknowledging that there is that which a parent has been doing. True. And that is a win.
Yes.
Because we have cases of kids who are like, Dad, mbona uniongeleshi? Mom, why are we not having this conversation?
True.
But this child is like, you know what? Let me help you. You are teaching us well. You are raising us well. You have taught us. So when you go out there, we need you to be confident in what you have taught us. Mother, would you be confident in what you have been teaching your son when he gets out there? Let's say he gets into a boarding school, or he's just into a different space with other people. Would you be confident so far what you have done for your son? Let's work with a 15-year-old.
Yeah, for me, I believe I'll be confident. I've been trying to teach them on how to survive out there when we are not in the picture. Yes. For instance, he'll be going to boarding school second term, and we are already on that journey. Every day when I go home, we hug. After we hug tightly, God bless you, you are wonderfully made. This is what is happening. My day was good. And then I'm like, I remind him, do you know in the next few months you'll be going to boarding school? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I think I'm prepared.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, wow, you know, I'm already missing you. And then he starts laughing. He's like, Mom, are you sure? You're already missing me.
And you're still here.
And I'm still here. And I tell him, days are moving pretty fast. Just the other day, you were a small boy. See, right now, you're 50. I'm like, you know, when you start going to boarding school, like now we'll be just meeting when schools have closed or when we come to school and see you.
Yeah.
Then I ask him, are you ready to be independent? And he tells me, Mom, I think, yeah, I am ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, because other students are doing it. Why not
Why
me?
not me? Exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I'm just glad because I think sometimes parents, we do it like we are raising them well, but there's a bit of us that is not confident that they will do well out there. So please, in a minute, I want you to look at this camera and just talk to a parent and tell them, we're relaxed. They have done their bit. They should be, we're relaxed. If they have done their bit, we're breathe in, we're breathe out. Tafadhali, ongelesha mzazi. From a parent to another.
Okay, dear parent, I just want to encourage you actually to relax when you have a teenager and let them be. Let them explore what they are able to do. As long as you've trained them the basic things when they were young, it's time for them to explore and see what they are able to do on their own. The best thing you can just tell them is to encourage them, pray for them, guide them, and the things will fall in place.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure a parent is like, yeah, I hear you. Asante, asante. So, just to continue the second paragraph, anasema, my other concern is about my academics.
Yes.
Of course, it is very important to you that we perform well and finish with great grades. We appreciate every little help you give us, but I'm just concerned on how you go about the same. Yes, we all desire to be the best and we are putting in effort while in school and even during holidays. Could you at least appreciate the journey in terms of acknowledging even the minute of improvements? If, for example, you have set a target for me for A's and I was a weak B student, acknowledge the improvement of the same B because small steps are important. It hurts when I have really tried and had small improvement to hear you say, you have not achieved our target. Can you focus and achieve what we agreed? I don't know why I'm hearing a certain parent's voice in that. What did we agree? Is this what we agreed? And you're like, I've tried. As much as it's kidogo.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
I've passed biology this time. But you're like, we did not get what we wanted. And Windress, let me tell you this from a mentor's perspective.
Yeah.
I talk to these young people.
Yes.
And one of the things I tell them, learn to celebrate even the little of achievement.
True.
It might look insignificant, but it is an achievement. But I really feel for such students who really, they are putting in the effort because pia wataki kuanguka.
True.
So they are putting in the effort, but they really don't have a good support system in the dad or mom.
Yeah.
Because you have set a bar and all you want is get there or get there. There is no in here. How do we help kids navigate in that space? Like, we want them to perform, but they also need us to push them by encouraging them and just appreciating them, hata kama ni kidogo. How would you go about that as a parent?
I'm a curious parent, and I do a lot of learning on a lot of research and learning about parenting,
Yes.
one thing I've come to accept is that academic doesn't, it's not like what defines success of someone. Academic is good, but we have other things that can really bring out someone to be successful. Me, I got a C plus when I was in high school, and I've stopped to over pressurize, to over expect from my children.
Oh, thank you. Because we have parents who are trying to live their unfulfilled dreams through their children. So thank you.
Yeah, I remember my parents, or rather the people that I grew with, even my uncle's side when I was there, they taught me the basic things of life. That you know what, our they call it omiwa in our language at home. When you go and grow at your uncle's place, they call you omiwa. So they tell us, you know what, you need to study hard. In life, when you work hard, you will succeed. You need to be kind to others. When you are kind to others, you are able to network with people and communicate with people and work with them very well. You need to respect people. If you respect people, other people will respect you. And then you need to know the basic things, like the basic work in the house, like cooking, washing your clothes, and just being neat, arranging your place to be okay. And I think those are the lessons I really picked when I was growing up at my uncle's place, of which I'm also trying to nurture in my children. Because I believe by that time when I was growing, none of them knew that Windress Riziki will own a company, or Windress Riziki will be a director of a certain company. The rest just fall in place as we grew along. And I believe the same should just apply with our current parenting mode. Because I also believe that how we were parented affects us. And for the basic things, as long as you've trained your child on those basic things, the rest just leave to God, and the things will fall in place for them as they rediscover themselves, as they grow and get into their place. Let's say if someone wants to be a footballer, just encourage them and let everything fall in place, provided you've taught them the basics of respecting people, knowing the basic household chores, cleaning for their own things here and there, being kind to others, respecting others, and teamwork. Yeah.
Now, you're talking like that, and there's a question that is coming to my mind, and I'm sure you're the right person to answer that for me. Because this Dear Parent, better part of it is talking to teenagers, parents to teenagers. And then we have parents who maybe have little babies who will be teenagers one day. Or we are talking to future parents. In the future, before your son was 15, he was 1 day old. So you have walked the journey. And so I just have a question in my heart. I'm thinking, there is much we are trying to do right now. In Kiswahili, there is this methali, samaki mkunje, angali mbichi. Ukingoja akomae, ujaribu kumkunja, utaokota vipande. Sindio?
Kabisa.
So, I want us to discuss about kukunja samaki akiwa mbichi. I want us to talk about, and I'm glad you're passionate about just you're a curious parent, and you're always researching about just parenting, learning here and there. So I want you to bring that out in terms of helping a parent from tukianza na watoto. Because there are things, if we can do them then, when they grow up, even scripture says, train a child in the way that they should go. When they grow up, they will not depart from it.
True.
So if we can begin early, we can avoid some things in the future. Some of these things that we are dealing with, we will not have to be dealing with it.
True.
Take me through that and tell me how you yourself are doing that, and even just helping other people around you.
Wow. So I think I'm lucky. As you say, you love my name, Riziki.
Yes.
I'm lucky.
Yes, that name is, it's luck. Yes.
So in my stories, or in my endeavors of daily routine, I kind of came across a certain post on Facebook.
Okay.
So this post was reading like this. Are you a working parent? And for me, of course, yes, I
Yes,
was
you
a
are.
working parent. Do you have young children? Of course, I was like, definitely, I have young children. Are they glued to gadgets? Definitely. My kids were glued to. Would you want a solution for them? And I was like,
You're like,
so
yes, sir.
I ticked yes, 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 yes. And then down there was something. We have a solution for you. Kindly fill below details.
Okay.
That was in 2019.
Uh-huh.
Our third born child was just about, she was not even 1 year old. So I fill in my details and I submit. Exactly after 2 days, someone calls me, an Indian guy. Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm calling from company called Learning Time. You filled some details and we'd want to come and show this to you. And I'm like, okay, can you come and show me in the office? And he's like, no, ma'am, we have to come to your home and your family needs to be there. So I'm like, okay, so when are we doing this? Are you okay with Saturday or Sunday? I'm like, I think a Saturday will do because weekday we are always busy. So when can we do this? And I'm like, okay, let me talk to my husband first. We figure out when we can do this, we will call you back. So I go to my husband. I tell my husband, there's this thing I filled in and now they've reached out. They want to come to my house and they're insisting you have to be there. And my husband is like, sasa hizi ni nini?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm interested to know much because these were the questions they were asking and I believe they have a solution for gadgets. So my husband agrees and he says, okay, let them come. So I take the phone, I call and I said, okay, this has been confirmed, come on Saturday, blah, 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 blah. We seal, a deal is made. So that day we are waiting for visitors to come in our house in Umoja. And surely they came and they did a wonderful presentation. And from that point, we learn that actually learning begins in the womb. When the baby is still in the womb,
Yes.
prenates can feel, can think, they can hear, they can taste when they are still in the
In
womb.
their mother's womb, yes.
And again, from that conversation, we come to learn that the first 3 years of a baby is a very critical age of a child. That is the time when brains connections have really developed. And what you do with them really, really matters.
Oh, wow.
And now the question comes, do you have the materials and the resources to use to ensure that your child grows up well? No. Now we have this program here and it is a simple program to use. And you just need to commit 15 to 20 minutes of your day and to be consistent about it. So they say they have an A+ program. Kwanza the name A+. I'm like, A+, you know.
Hakunanga A+.
I know when someone has done high school, amepata A, that is an high achiever. Now this one is A+.
Best of the best.
Best of the best. And I'm like, now they tell us the price and like they give us a payment method. And I'm like, my husband a bit like, hey, price, hapana, nini, nini. And I'm like, I think we should look at the long term, not short term. And then by good luck, we agree and we take the program. And we start using that was in 2019.
Yeah.
But now we are still busy parents, so even we don't have much time to give attention to that program, even if we've bought it. Now, by good luck or bad luck, let me say good luck because for us it worked really well. COVID came in 2020.
Yeah.
Now when COVID came, COVID reset the world.
True.
So now we have full time in the house.
Yeah.
Father is there, mother is there, children are there. Now we are like, okay, let's open now this entire box for the A+.
Yes.
we see what is in it. And then we were like, na kwanza walisema hii inatumika aje, hii inatumika aje. We reach them on WhatsApp and they are quick to guide us. And now we start using that program.
Nice.
So consistently we use the program. Our elder kids were like, hizi vitabu acha tu tusome. So like they went through them haraka then wakaboeka because they had another routine from school. Wakaboeka. Though you could do it, but at some point my elder son was like, mommy will only be happy if we read the learning time books.
It's like a requirement.
So they knew, if you want to make mommy happy, just read learning time books and mommy will be happy about it. So they knew. So yeah, and they could read a few sometime. But now for the little girl, we were so intentional because we were doing it with, like, she was still very young. So we were doing it ourselves with her. It was just a collaboration. Like, she had not started reading. So we could read with to her. We could play and sing with her. So eventually 2020 came, 2021, 2022. And then when she was 4 years, we take the girl to school. My goodness.
Tell me about it. A girl that has had almost 4 years of being introduced to stuff. Tell me how she showed up in school.
She went in school. By day 3, her teacher called me. And she's like, wow, you have a very, very brilliant child.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing at home? I'm like, what? And she was like, Dasha knows almost everything. She knows numbers. She's so observant. She will ask a question. Even the way she's relating with other kids is totally different.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, wait.
This thing is working.
This thing is working. And you know, the joy that you didn't invest in something bad comes in.
Oh, wow.
And like you continue. Wow. And sometimes kids are being invited for birthdays. Birthday come, she goes to birthday in the neighborhood. Later in the evening, a parent will call you and tell you, hey, thank you for allowing your kid to come and celebrate the birthday for my kid. However, I just noticed your girl is so different. Her IQ is very high. She knows how to speak English. She knows to articulate herself. And I'm like, really? And she's like, oh, yes, that is your girl.
Oh,
I really want to know what you're doing at home. So I'm like, okay, this program is working. So to cut the story short, the compliments became more as she continued to grow, Yeah, and that program has really helped us so much.
I am glad. And so now, beyond Dasha and her little brother and the few that have been asking, have you now like put this out so that now, because trust me, it's a program that I know many parents would want to take it in, because you're talking about the academic IQ, emotional intelligence at such an early age, social skills at such an early age. And those are things that sometimes when these kids are growing up, they don't know how to relate and all that. So Dasha is our specimen X. And so are you now putting this, are you reaching out to more audience and just telling the world about this? Because if you're not, you should. It's a beautiful thing, man.
So listen, in December 2023 coming to December 2024.
Yeah.
So our family is huge right now because we have other relatives living with us. So in December, we could not go at home with our single vehicle. So we reached out, we hired a vehicle to go home. Then we sit with Dasha and a driver up a City Ambele. It was a Nissan City Ambele. We are on our way going from Nairobi to Western. Then we reach at some point along Naivasha, going Nakuru Highway. Then on our right, on our left, we have some forest, very neatly done. You can remember. Oh, I enjoy that nature, by the way.
Me too.
So from nowhere, Dasha sees the forest and she's like, Mommy, I think that is a man-made forest.
How old is that person that is talking of man-made forest? How old is she at that point?
She was turning to 5. Wow. She was 5.
Wow. Yet an adult like me would not quickly say man-made or not.
Man-made. So I asked her, Dasha, why do you think that is a man-made forest? And she's like, Mommy, because the trees are of the same species.
Wow.
And that one really hit my mind so hard.
Wow.
What is going through this? Number one, she's able to observe when we are going home. You know.
She's not
Number
just
two,
seated
eh,
and tired.
and then she tells me, and the trees are planted in a line.
And you know, you guys have not stopped.
Yes.
You're just continuing.
We are
but she has
continuing.
noticed all
Yes,
that.
she has noticed all that. And then I pose a question. Now, what is the difference between a man-made forest and a natural forest? And she tells me a natural forest grows in a forest. Trees are not of the same species.
Yeah.
They just grow. For me, that was a plus.
Oh, wow.
And then the driver strikes a conversation. Mama, huyu mtoto anasoma shule gani? Na mimi namwambia hapana, okay, huyu mtoto anaenda shule. Akauliza, hizi vitu zote anapata shule? Nikamwambia saa zingine ni za shule, saa zingine tunaongea tukifunzana tukiendelea. Akasema, mtoto wako, she has a very high IQ. And I think I like that. I'll want to know what you are doing. So now a thought comes in my mind. I think this program is really working.
It is
4
working,
years,
and it is
almost
needed.
5 years down the line. Now, when we get home, I struck a conversation with my husband. He's very entrepreneurial. You know Charlton?
Yes.
Mr. Tony.
Yes. Every opportunity.
So Charlton tells me, yeah, we can make it a business idea. We can look for these people. Where did they go? The learning time people. That was in December 2023. Now we start a conversation. So in the process, like we've conceived an idea, yes, we can make it. We can also want to help other parents outside there to make their kids. Because now we start thinking globally.
Yeah, true.
What if we have this program parents using when they reach the age of working? What kind of generation will we be having?
Yeah.
So we start thinking, you know, if now we start it as a business, we will not do it alone. We have to think about other things as well. First things first. He tells me first we need to look for these people and ask for a meeting. He goes ahead and literally looks for those people and sends an email. And they get back to him. And after a week, we have a Zoom meeting. And after Zoom meeting, we plan for a trip to Dubai.
To go and meet up with them.
To go and meet up with the learning time people.
Amazing.
And they feel so proud. And they tell us they were here, they had opened, but now they're no longer there because of COVID. They had to close down and go. They had these challenges. Then they actually took time to train us if we were interested to make it as a business here.
So
one thing, we have to come and register our own company here.
Yeah. I hope you did.
Definitely we did.
And you are on your feet already now. What is the name of the company now here in Kenya? How do you call yourself?
So after some time we think through with him and help of a few friends here, and we come up with the name of Creative Learning World.
Creative Learning World.
Creative Learning World. So Creative Learning World, we are the sole distributors of the A+ program for any parent who really cares and wants just that child to have an extra start for them. Yeah. And apart from that, we have other services. We have like travel trips for young kids. We just want to take kids, have some time off and take them to experience real situations on the ground. For instance, we are planning to take them to maybe a dentist. They go to a dental clinic and just see how it is. Yes, spend a day there and experience real life. Taking them to the farm to see what is happening in the farm. Where does our food come from? Take them in hospitals, in clinics, fire stations. We have such amazing programs for them. Then we also intend to have a lot of parenting webinars and master classes for parents to encourage them. I believe when we get it right when they are still young,
we are safe.
yeah, definitely the other part will be taken care of.
No, I'm just glad that you have this. You're not doing something that is a good business idea. You're doing something that has worked for you.
True.
And so you're telling people this thing is working. I have evidence that it is working.
True.
And I'm sure I am sure a parent would reach out after this. And
True.
so are you like on social media or something? If anyone wants to look for Creative Learning World.
Yes, we are on social media. We are on Instagram and we are on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, just Creative Learning World. Creative Learning
Learning
World.
World.
On Instagram is Creative Learning World without any space. On Facebook is Creative Learning World.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure a parent would go back there and learn some more. And I don't know, but at some future point, we will have a sit-up again.
Okay.
And just because now we have Dasha as our example.
Yes, true.
And I'm looking forward to having a session again, and then we have more
True.
more Dashas,
Yes,
more
yes.
that have tried this and it's working for them.
True.
But I really, really appreciate that you brought that bit out so well and so richly.
Thank
and
you.
if anyone has a young child, man, this is something they should embrace.
Very
And
true.
they would be glad they did.
Yeah, they will not regret.
Amazing. Now, as we get to wind up this amazing show, I just want you to look at this camera and talk to... Who do you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to a mother? Or do you want to talk to a father? Or you want to talk to both? But I want to just in a minute and two, just encourage, affirm, or challenge whatsoever you have in your heart for any parent, even as we bring this to a close.
I want to talk to parents with young kids, the age of 0 to 5, and encourage them that times and seasons have changed.
Yeah.
Our modern kids are learning differently. They have shorter attention span. They learn differently and they like to multitask. So it is upon us parents to come up with exciting things that will make them be happy to learn. And we need to incorporate all the 6 ways of learning for them to learn. First of all, we need to be intentional about it and create time for them. We don't have shortcut about that. We should not leave the responsibility of parenting to our house helps or any other person. It's our responsibility and we need to connect.
Yeah.
So we need to find materials that will encompass reading, watching, listening, playing, doing with them and be there for them.
Wow.
That is what I'll just encourage parents, because I think I read somewhere that a child spends with their parent 90% of their time before they reach year 18. The moment they reach year 18, they will only spend with you 10% of their time. So I want to encourage them. Time really flies pretty fast.
Yeah.
Let's be intentional and take time and be with these kids when that time allows. Believe me, they will really appreciate when they grow up.
Thank you. Wow. I am glad you have talked to parents with young children. Thank you for that. Because we've been talking to parents of teenagers a lot. So thank you for remembering them. And thank you once again for coming.
You're
This
most
has been
welcome.
educative.
Sure.
You know, I always finish my parting shot and I'm like, this was an amazing show. No, this was an educative one.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much for coming.
You're
I
most
appreciate
welcome.
your time and your wisdom and your insights.
Yes.
And keep at parenting.
Thank you.
Keep learning for our sake. Keep being curious for our sake. That when you learn something, unatuletea this easy.
Kabisa, kabisa, yeah.
But
That
I
is
really appreciate
that
you.
is actually enlightening the world as well.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone. I know leo tumekuwa class and I'm glad you joined us for this class. And I'm sure you have been challenged, encouraged, you have learned something. And like we say, and we always say, we are learning, unlearning, and then relearning. It never stops. So thank you so much for joining us today. I have been your host, Nashami Wangara, and my amazing host, Windress Riziki and Dati. So thank you for joining us once again. God bless you. We will definitely see you again. Same channel. Watch, comment, like, subscribe. Let's keep doing this. Shalom. God bless you.
Thank you.